So continuing to answer questions here for USMLE, I have a student asking how to tackle long question stems in a timely fashion. If I have any tips, yes, I have excellent fucking advice, the best fucking advice actually, for tackling long question stems and in turn increasing your scores on the STEP exams. I do not carry the entitlement that you've seen my prior YouTube clips. I've talked about this stuff before, but yes, I will give you some clean value here, okay? So before we get started, I will be a quick asshole and tell you to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button. Hit the bell if you want notifications. Find me on Instagram at Melman_medical, MEHLMAN_medical. Link is down below. Find me on Telegram. Recently created a Telegram group and channel. Links are down below. Now, addressing this question as far as how to tackle long question stems, and I said I had excellent advice in an unnecessarily long preface. What you are going to do is work backwards through questions. You are going to glance at the answer choices first. Is the question looking for an organism? Is it a what's the diagnosis? Is it a next best step in management? You want to know what kind of question you're dealing with for starters, okay? The last thing you're going to do is start a question blindly, reading from the beginning. Anytime I'm doing a longer stem with a question over Skype, let's say, I send him or her, the student, a question. He or she starts reading from the beginning. A 32-year-old woman comes to the physician. I just say, stop fucking reading. You're going to look at the answer choices first. What kind of question do we have? Then we're going to start going backwards. Are there lab values there? Do we need to look at a BUN to creatinine ratio? Do we have a sodium, potassium, pH bicarb? Okay, so what kind of, are there lab values there that we need to look at? If there are no lab values, we can just look at the last couple of lines. I would say at least a quarter to a third of NBME/USMLE questions, you could pretty much ascertain the answer based on the last couple of lines. So you might get a question that's a big fucking paragraph, and then the last line, they say, oh, and by the way, there's bihilar lymphadenopathy, and you're like, okay, well, it's sarcoidosis. I'm like, yeah, why'd you read the fucking question? Okay, so you're going to glance at the answer choices first. You're going to look at the lab values if they're there. You're going to look at the last couple of lines. If you still can't get the answer, you're going to glance around the paragraph looking at any words or numbers that jump out at you. Do you notice a blood pressure? Do you notice any, are there orphan antinuclei? Okay, are there any buzzy type of things that jump out at you? So if you still can't get the answer, then you go back to the beginning. Okay, maybe 5 to 7 seconds in, then you can start at the beginning, but you should be going backwards. And by the way, I should articulate that I'm not romanticizing this process for going through questions just for the sake of it. This is something I have evolved to do over 9.5+ years of tutoring on a daily basis, where I don't even read questions anymore. If a student sends me a question, I literally glance at the answers, glance the last couple of lines, glance around the paragraph. I might be able to get the answer, and then that's it. And if I still can't get the answer, the student will hear me say, you gotta be fucking kidding me, I gotta read this right now. That's literally how I am with questions, okay? I have no patience for questions where I actually have to start reading from the beginning. So it demonstrates that the natural evolution of going through lots of questions, particularly longer ones, will entail working backwards because that is just going to save you a lot of time, okay? Especially on the 2CK exam when you get there, where the stems are a lot longer. You know the deal. I'm going to continue making more content. If you like my stuff, subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate your time. That's it.